So you know what? Going back to Homewood the second time, it was probably one of the greatest blessings I've received in my recovery. And I was so amazing to just look across the room and see you, Nathan, and look at that mirror. It was like a time machine. And I was like, wow, this guy is really uncomfortable. He's really emotional. I was like, I know what's going on. He's me 2 months ago. And I stayed back away because I didn't know how you were going to receive it, because you're pretty agitated. You're a pretty big guy. And I was like, I don't need a conflict. That's genuinely how irritated I could see that you were. And I was like, I don't need to get kicked out because I get into an argument with this guy.
I was mad.
Yeah, 100%. And I remember we ended up talking about some things, or we ended up in a situation with a couple people around us. And I said, look, man, if you want, I'll tell you my opinion. And you're like, yeah, go for it. It's like, this is the game. This is just an obstacle in your way. This is not the cure. And I'd encourage you, just for what it's worth, sit back, take it in. But if you keep doing this, they're going to toss you. So you figured out, I'm here for you if you need me. See you later. Because I was terrified of you. Like in a good way, right? I wasn't scared you were going to punch me or anything like that, but I was like, I don't want a conflict with somebody in here. I cannot be kicked out again. This will destroy my life. But I had enough insight at that time that I didn't have 2 months before that.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And I remember, like, you got to come, because you were from BC, they let you come to my house for the weekend. I don't know if you said you were going to a hotel or if you were allowed to come to my house.
No, I think they allowed that after a period of time.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is recovery. And we went for a walk in the forest. And we played with my dogs. And I was like, this is what it's about. It's not that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, if you want to go to a meeting tonight, we can go to a meeting. I know 20 meetings that are happening today, but this is what fills my bucket. I remember, just saying, just sit back and take it in instead of trying to process it. And you did. I remember sitting in the smoke pit and having cigars, and we're just like, just watch this insanity. And you're watching what's happening around you, and you're like, can you believe this? And like, did you know that person's fucking that person and that person's doing this thing? And you totally pivoted in the matter of a couple of days, and you didn't become a caregiver, but like you stopped being someone searching for answers and just became a spectator. I don't know exactly the right words and terminology for it, but like you got involved in like other people's worlds, right? You've talked about one of the girls that we met and her horrible situation. You got really involved in her world, and you surrounded yourself with the right people, obviously, because we're great friends, and you got through it. Right?
I still like Sheldon. One of the first things I remember about, we'd been friends already for a little bit, but I came up from the basement. They only let you work out like very little, so you had to get in there at the right times and stuff. But I'd left my sweater in one of the rooms prior that morning, and I come up there and Sheldon is wearing my sweater, and he's like putting on a show in the main like entertainment room there, pretending that he's me, and he's walking around all fucking pissed off and like kicking things and everything, and I'm just standing out there watching this, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty accurate.